Years dominated by men with dreams. Men in the civil rights movement, the Peace Corps, the space program.
That's 21-year-old Hillary Rodham at Wellesley College in '69. As a feminist, she is laughably what she describes even as she denies it.
But it wasn't a discouraging gap, and it didn't turn us, into cynical, bitter old women at the age of 18.
Decades later, she ran for office and lost. Hillary Clinton belittles women and girls who don't vote for her, and she does this to a sickening, insane degree. Hillary's 2017 book is titled,
"What Happened?"
Tempting as it may be to throw her own words back at her and reply,
"What difference at this point does it make?"
I don't believe her when she claims she won't run again.
Is your political career over?
Yes. As an active politician, it's over.
You will never be a candidate for office?
I am done with being a candidate, but I am not done with politics because I literally believe that our country's future is at stake.
It isn't the first lie she's told.
I remember landing under sniper fire. There was supposed to be some kind of a greeting ceremony at the airport, but instead we just ran with our heads down to get into the vehicles to get to our base.
Problem is, that's not what happened. And we should know, CBS News accompanied the First Lady and daughter Chelsea on that Bosnia trip. That's Senator Clinton talking to me on the military flight into Tuzla. And these are the pictures we recorded of the greeting ceremony when the plane landed.
There was no greeting ceremony, and we basically were told to run to our cars. Now that is what happened. I want not just women, but men as well, to know this is endemic. Sexism and misogyny are still endemic. We've made progress, but we can't allow ourselves to go backward.
Bullies never lose gracefully. They insist it isn't their fault, throwing blame at everyone else. They do all they can to make anyone feel bad for not giving them their own way. Bullies double down on what behavior and tactics got the tables turned on them in the first place.
He was so sexist
But Hillary Clinton did much more than that, and there can be just one reason for it. She's still trying to pressure people to vote Democrat the next time around, and I wouldn't put it past her to run again.
It is our job to figure out what happened and do everything we can to prevent it from ever happening again.
I believe, absent Comey, I might have picked up 1 or 2 points among white women.
Oh, so now it's James Comey's fault that you lost the election. Oh no, it can't be just James Comey. It's got to be white women too, of course. You're boiling everything down to race and gender again.
Notice how Hillary calls Republican women independent. This is deeply sarcastic since she goes on to claim they submit to men who tell them not to vote for her.
Before the Comey letter on October 28th, I was 26 points ahead in the Philadelphia suburbs. That could have only happened if I had a big vote from women, Republican women, independent women.
Bull crap. That only could have happened if you had enough people agreeing with your identity politics, whether they were men or women. But they would have had to be Democrat to begin with.
Hillary Clinton just gave us another reason why she lost. She thinks women are dumb. We're dumb, she says. Listen to this.
All of a sudden the husband turns to the wife. I told you, she's going to be in jail. You don't want to waste your vote.
Hillary Clinton says white women voted against her because their husbands pressured them not to vote for a girl. The
boyfriend turns to the girlfriend and says, she's going to get locked up. Don't you hear? She's going to get locked up. I mean, all of a sudden, it becomes a very fraught, kind of conflictual.
Seriously, Hillary, do you not realize how sexist you are being? Do you really not see it? It is this sexism that lost you the election, Hillary. Your anecdotal so-called evidence is crap. Look, it is not that way at all.
So Hillary thinks women in general are so weak-minded that we take instruction mindlessly from anybody stronger than we are? Great feminism, Hillary.
Only a sexist boils everything down to gender all the time and cries and whines, I didn't get my way because I'm a woman.
Exactly why I do not identify as a feminist.
Women find out things for themselves and they decide they don't want feminists running things and trying to run their lives and trying to tell them what they can't do.
Feminists in the modern era do not support equal right for women. They don't. They're not fighting for respect for women. In fact, modern-day feminists are tools of the radical left who use identity politics to guilt people into voting how progressives want them to vote. If you don't vote for Hillary, you're sexist and you're weak. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're racist and xenophobic. Well, gosh, I don't want to be sexist or xenophobic. I better vote for Hillary. Yeah, we women are just a smidge smarter than that. We see through your feminist nonsense. You claim to stand up for women, but you don't.
But the reason why women are not voting for you is because we are sick of people like you infantilizing us and making as if we are pathetic little flowers that are only doing what men tell us to do because we don't have enough of a mind of our own to make our own decisions.
You don't stand up for women, Republican women, and now you have the audacity to insist that we women, oh, and you threw a race label in there too, we white women who voted against you were pressured by our husbands. We're not independent enough to vote for you. Do I look like the type of woman who voted for the president because somebody else told me to? I don't need to tell you why I didn't vote for you, Hillary. I don't need to repeat the fact that my family is in the military. Their safety and security is of the utmost importance to me. You betrayed them. You left 4 Americans to die in Benghazi for your own political garbage. Why wouldn't you do that to my family? I don't need to remind you of your pay-to-play schemes. The fact that you want to take my money and give it to somebody else, that you bash Wall Street but rake in hundreds of thousands of dollars in secret speeches, and that you think anybody who didn't vote for you is racist and stupid. I don't need to remind you that you were a terrible candidate and that is why you lost. No. I don't need to tell you all that again. You know it.
In Hillary's leftist fantasies, all non-white women must have voted for her while Republican and white women weren't independent, smart or strong enough to think for themselves, submissive to their misogynist alpha males telling them how to vote. Hillary Clinton wanted to be president because of her gender, then she called women who didn't vote based on gender weak and stupid. Sure, it was said in a roundabout way, but that is the message.
So, if you can't learn anything, Hillary, and you obviously can't face the fact that you lost, please, for the love of the universe, shut up.
I'll take that even further. Hillary Clinton, please go away. But wait, there's more, and it is particularly sick. In her new book, Hillary Clinton says she wanted to pile on a girl who didn't vote for her. If what is said in the following segment is accurate, I would like the chapter and page number. I would even get a free copy of the book online to look for this story to requote, but I am not spending the smallest shekel on this book.
Mrs. Clinton, even throwing the physical out, does not have the ingredients necessary to connect with people. And it's because it's obvious that she doesn't want to. And she admits this, knowingly or unknowingly, in her book. For example, she recounts a moment when a mother dragged her daughter by the arm to apologize to the former Secretary of State for not voting. So Hillary was doing a personal appearance somewhere, and a woman brought her daughter to apologize to Hillary for not voting. Now, that mother is an odd kook ball anyway, but it happened. You throw Hillary into this mix, and you have all the ingredients necessary for mass therapy. So a woman, upset that Hillary lost when she found out her daughter didn't vote for her, grabbed her daughter and dragged her to a Hillary appearance. And then when they get up to the line, this mother tells Hillary that her daughter didn't vote for her and demands that she apologize to Hillary. Hillary notes that the girl had her head bowed in contrition. But instead of feeling sorry for this girl being humiliated, Clinton says she wanted to pile on. I wanted to stare right in that little girl's eyes and say, you didn't vote? How could you not vote? You abdicated your responsibility as a citizen in the worst possible time, and you want me to make you feel better? She actually writes that. Then she says, of course I didn't say that. Hillary, the fact that you admit that was your reaction, I'll give you, if I'm in the same circumstance, I would never run for office, so it wouldn't be that. But if one of you thought that your kids had done something that was not favorable, insulting to me, and you knew I was going to be somewhere, and you dragged your kid to appearance to meet me to apologize, I would. There was no way that I would see anybody in that circumstance with contempt, and it would never occur to me to pile on and start ragging on that person that supposedly had done something that was not helpful to me, don't worry about it. Come on. I would have, if anything, chided the parent in a very soft, unobtrusive way. But the fact that Clinton admits that this is the reaction she had.
If Hillary Clinton is such a sore loser that she would be fine with a little girl getting humiliated for her, she has the mentality of an overgrown 2-year-old and should never be in a position of power over anyone else. It's already sick just sitting there smugly while a mother berates her daughter for you, but to brag about wanting to pile on the girl in a book that's being sold to the public. Hillary Clinton, just go away.